the 7th batter, and Sam Perkins will be the 8th batter playing at second base, while Braden Pingle is the last batter on the lineup. He'll be out in center field. And pitching tonight for the Hoppers is Peyton Armour. And that's the starting lineups, again, brought to you by Riken Elastomers. And I mentioned another interview we had. We're actually going to hear from the newest Hopper on the team, D.T. Sir. As a kind of an introduction for him, we'll get to learn a few things about him, his connections that he has here with the Hoppers. He has a couple, as we'll talk about that. And when we come back, we will be ready for a game time here between the Hoppers and the Railroaders. We'll also take a look at our game time weather, which is brought to you by Charlie Henderson State Farm. I can tell you now, it's warm, but we'll let our weather person tell you as well, and maybe a more detailed explanation of the weather. But again, the Hoppers playing against the Railroaders here at Tiger Field. We'll have it in a few minutes, but again, we'll take a break here from DT Sir after this.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their way to get your self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus
Petroleum on Canton Pike in Hopkinsville for all of your fuel needs.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back to our pregame show. Jamar Perkins here, joined by one of the newest Hoppers on the team, DT Sir. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, kind of for people maybe that haven't got to hear you yet, talk to us about a kind of introduction, where you're from, what position you play, what school you go to. Give us the rundown on you.
So I'm from Toronto, Canada, born and raised. About a year and a half ago, I went down to Arkansas, and I played in NAIA there in Little Rock. Position-wise, I'm kind of a utility player. At school, I caught a lot. And then last summer, I played for Jared, and he had me at first and third, and I pitched as well. So that's kind of where we're at position-wise.
As far as you working with Coach Jared Brisden, how is that as far as, maybe a different environment there and coming down? How did that connection work to be able to get you down here?
So before I was in a league called the Prospect League with one of my old coaches. He had me play on his team. And then it just didn't work out host family-wise, so I called Jared, and Jared's a great guy. He's always there for me. Like, I know if I have something to say, and if I need to say something, get something off my chest, I could always say it to Jared. So he kind of just said, you know what, if you get down here this weekend, that'd be great. So I literally left the next day. Okay. Took a flight, left the next day.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to see you here, and understand, too, that Coach Brisden isn't the only familiar face here on the team. I believe Gavin Lake, can you tell us a little bit about that connection?
So I grew up with Gavin. His dad actually coached our travel team for a little bit. So I'd say from, my very first team, we played on the team called, the Mississauga North Tigers. We played house league together, and then we went into, the more travel area. So we played there about 5-6 years together. That was super cool.
As far as you look at that, being the new guy but having those connections, how helpful is it to kind of acclimate yourself with the team, knowing those people already?
Yeah, it's super helpful. I think I gelled well with the team already. We got a good group dynamic here, a lot different from the team that I was on before. And then I know that if I need something, I can ask Jared or I can ask Gavin. They'll always be there for me.
As far as just your game in particular, is there anything specific? What do you want to take from this league, and what do you want to do as far as improving your game?
Well, I just want to overall improve. I know that I've been struggling on the mound recently, especially coming out of the pen, so I want to kind of adjust and develop a new kind of warm-up or kind of routine for me to go in. And I just want to hit at the end of the day. I love hitting. Just want to get back on track, get some ABs.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
As again, DT Sir here from the Hoptown Hoppers. Appreciate him joining in. We'll be back with more Hoppers after this.
Here's your WHOP Weather Center forecast. A heat advisory continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Chance of thunderstorms tonight, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Lows dip down to about 74, winds out of the west at around 5 miles an hour. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 87, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. That's the forecast from the WHOP Weather Center. I'm meteorologist May Mulvard. Right now, 91.
At Pennywile Electric, empowering you is at the center of all we do. Pennywile Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates. It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Pennywile Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here as, again, looking at the field right now, the Hoptown Hoppers are about to host the Fulton Railroaders, and just a few moments away from our opening pitch, which is brought to you by Bloom by Magnolia and Chancellor Landscaping. For all your landscaping and floral needs, call 270-889-8001. As warming up pitching right now for the Hoppers is Peyton Armour. He has had some pretty good performances on the season. Cole, I know you've gotten to see him, and we kind of talk about it. He's probably, you look at the aces, some of the top pitchers on our team, you could definitely put him in that category.
Yeah, he is definitely, in my opinion, one or two. Every time I've seen him thrown, he stays consistent around the zone and attacks it early and often, mixes his pitches well, and keeps hitters off balance. Not to mention, that arm slot is just dangerous from him. So with that, yeah, he's one of the best pitchers I've seen from the Hoppers.
Shout out to our umpires for tonight. At home plate, Rick Erickson. First base is Darren Clark, and the third base ump is Ted Ashton. Lefty batter starting things off here for the Miners, Jake Vitale. A lefty batter. That'll be an immediate swing and a miss. A chopper over to Armour. And that will be an out as he underhand tosses that one to Martin at first base. And always enjoy when our opening pitch, brought to you by Bloom by Magnolia and Chancellor Landscaping, leads to that out.
Number 11, Mason Cook.
And quickly, one out here.
Just like that.
Mason Cook, the DH at the plate. Outside pitch, called strike. So 1-0 count in here in the top of the first with one out. And that ball will be hit out high and short left field. And tracking that one down is F-Tink for out number 2.
Now batting for Fulton, the center fielder, number 1, Garner Anderson.
So now 2 outs. As we've seen the Railroaders be aggressive at the plate. That's what you talk about is Armour. He'll throw the strikes down there, so you can be ready to swing if you're going against him at the plate. As I say that, a strike caught there on a nice slider. 0-1 count. Pitch there will be fouled. And that's 2 strikes in a row. Always like when you say something as a broadcaster and the players do what you were talking about after.
It makes it just perfect, doesn't it?
It would have been crazy had he had thrown 2 balls right after I said something like that. But an 0-2 count here with 2 outs. And there's a pitch just a bit too low.
Also, it is Pink Day, I guess, here in Hopper Stadium, as all the players are wearing different hats.
1 ball and 2 strikes. As pitched there.
They got on pink hats and looks like pink arm sleeves. So,
yeah, I believe that today is, as we saw, Miss Steele Day. She threw the first pitch, and that's a chopper over to third. A throw is not going to be there, and actually gets in the outfield after the throw. So looks like umpires kind of throwing their hands up, so trying to confirm and see what exactly happened. It was Armour. He went and tried to run down to get the ball and actually picked it up with one hand and jumped up to make the throw. And, okay, looks like a foul ball is going to be called. So, a foul ball. So, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That remains the count. As the game day sponsor is McAfee Electric, but it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Night. So, that's why you're seeing all the
we're
pink.
wearing the pink.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I said, looks like a gray hat on the front part and pink in the back. So.
And inside pitch is swung on and missed. As that looked like that ball was in the lower part of the bat.
Actually, I think if we take a look, everybody in the outfield and infield is wearing pink, and Armour is the only one with the regular hat on.
That ball will be popped up high in the infield. Tracking it down is second baseman Sam Perkins. And that's going to do it for the top of the first, as there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. A 1-2-3 inning. We'll take a break looking at our scoreboard. Still scoreless here. Scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. We'll have bottom of the first here at Tiger Field. You're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress is your one-stop shop for all your furniture needs. From cozy sofas and chairs to stylish dining sets and bedroom furniture, we offer a wide selection to suit any taste and budget. We're here to help you find the perfect piece to complete your space. Whether you're redecorating or furnishing a new space, come visit us at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress, where you always get the best selection, the best furniture at the best price on the Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
At Pennywile Electric, empowering you is at the center of all we do. Pennywile Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates. It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Pennywile Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And here at Tiger Field, scoreless as we just concluded the top of the first. Hoppers now going to step to the plate. And it's going to be John Keebler starting things off for the Hoppers. And he'll be followed by Grant Snyder and Braden Eftink. Keebler playing a kind of a different position that I'm used to seeing him at third base. Normally see him at the shortstop position, but going to be shifted a bit more to the left tonight. And he'll start things off here at the plate. Keebler from Paducah, Kentucky. First pitch, fastball outside, strike one. That ball will be hit over to right field, and it gets in the gap between second and first. Trying to dive for that one was Walsh at second, but he couldn't get to it. That was Jonathan Walsh. But a base hit there by Keebler. That's how you start things off for the Hoppers at the plate. And now at the plate for the Hoppers, Grant Snyder. And a runner at first again for Hoptown. Pitch there called strike. Again, Mitt Landers is the pitcher for the Railroaders. And I kind of said as he was warming up before the start of this bottom of the first, it he kind of had some heat from what I saw, as the second pitch will be hit hard but fouled over near left field. Cole, did you ever get a read on what he's doing?
So he's topped out right now at 85, but is sitting about 83. And Peyton Armour was topped out at 87, but he's sitting about 84 to 86 in the first inning.
It's an 0-2 count after that foul ball. And there is a stolen base there. No throw is attempted from Kalen behind the plate. Pitch also called a ball there, and definitely close. But Keebler makes it to second off that stolen base. 1-2 count. And that ball will be hit out to left field, and staying at third is going to be Keebler, as that ball was just a grounder out to left. So nice, though, a nice hit there by Snyder, makes it back-to-back hits to start off the ball game. And now runners at first and third. Braden Eftink, the lefty, will step to the plate. Low and inside pitch there. It is going to be ball one. So a 1-0 count again. Runners at first and third. And stolen base attempt there. They will fake a throw. And getting to second there is Snyder. Saw that coming. The traditional first and third situation. Now runners at second and third for the Hoppers with no outs and a 2-0 count after that pitch. And there's a fastball low and inside. That makes it now 3 balls and no strikes.
Good opportunity here for the Hoppers to score first.
As you looked at it, talked about yesterday, with 5 runs in the
I mean,
first.
in the beginning of the game, the Hoppers' bats seem to always be on.
It's got to help a lot. You talk about putting in multiple runs in that first inning. I'm sure it can kind of set a precedent on the game. There's a fastball there down the middle. Strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hoppers trying to start things off here on a positive note. They've already started with back-to-back hits. Now a 3-1 count at the plate. And there is a ball that will be popped up and in the glove of the shortstop Spalding there. So not exactly what you want if you're the Hoppers, but still just now 1 out on the board. Max Martin will now step into the batter's box. Pitch there is going to be called ball, bit high and outside. So a 1-0 count. And appreciate you all listening. If you're just now joining us here in the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Runners at second and third for the Hoppers. A little bit of an off-speed pitch there. It is going to be called ball 2. Just outside there, I thought.
I think the catcher misread the sign there. I don't think he got the sign right from the pitcher. That was a changeup that he threw, but the catcher did not look like he was set up for an inside changeup. I'll tell you that.
So we did see the ball got a bit loose from him, but not enough to where Keebler could have came from third. Maybe could have, but didn't want to take a chance. 2-0 count here, and a foul ball into the screen behind home plate.
Good thought there by Martin. No, 2-0 swing. I thought he was about to send that one.
So now 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch there goes low and outside. A nice job by Kalen, though, to get behind that one, as he really had to move to prevent that from going towards the backstop. But now a 3-1 count. And that is going to be strike 2. Gets that upper outside corner. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 1 out. And runners at second and third for Hoptown. Low and outside fastball. Make it ball 4. Martin is walked. Bases loaded now with 1 out for the Hoppers here.
Right fielder number 14.
Actually, it's crazy, but yesterday at Paducah, same situation, just like this. They got the bases loaded in the first inning with 1 out, and then had a big 3 RBI triple from Esteban Sepulveda.
Pitch there is going to be high for ball 1. And Esteban Sepulveda is on deck for the Hoppers. Pitch there goes low and outside. That was a curveball. So now a 2-0 count. Another big hitter on this team. Preston Rager's at the plate. 2-0 count. And with 1 out. Bases loaded for the Hoppers. And pitch there just a bit too high. Rager is a taller player, so he's close to his zone, but that'll be a 3rd ball. Now a 3-0 count. A walk would score a run. And that is what's going to happen, as Rager is walked there in 4 pitches. Coming in to score will be Keebler. Going to third is Snyder. At second now is Martin. And again at first is Preston Rager.
Catcher number 36, Esteban Sepulveda.
So now you look another chance for Esteban, and you talked about what he did last night. Why not smack another triple?
Why not?
Make it a home run. Why
Hey,
not?
we'll take that too. Anyway, we'll even take a walk. I mean, just
That's
score
it.
a run.
As he sees the first pitch, that it is going to be a ball.
Fulton's pitcher not throwing a lot of strikes right now, so hitters should be selective coming up.
All right, Tommy, that's... Make this pitcher throw some strikes. And that's another ball, so make it 2-0. That pitch goes a bit too high. It's been about 24 pitches, 9 strikes. Two-0 count. And there is a strike right down the middle. Bit of a check swing for Sepulveda, but he didn't commit. So now a 2-1 count. Again, bases loaded with 1 out. And pitch there goes outside. Had a little bit of movement of the bat there by Sepulveda. Once again, nice discipline to watch that one go by. So now 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, a walk will score a run. Strike needed here by Lander on the mound. That pitch inside, ball 4. So Snyder scores. Martin goes over to third. Rager at second. And Sepulveda now at first. 3 straight walks here. And 2-0 is now the score here at Tiger Field. DT Sir will now step into the batter's box. And we just talked to him before the game. Fastball right down the middle. Strike 1, and I think in a couple of bats, that's the first time we've seen the first pitch be a strike from Landers.
Yeah, I think since Keebler, actually, the very first hitter of the game.
Pitch there goes high. They'll make a throw over to first. That's going to go all the way near right field. That's going to score 2 runs. As the catcher, Kalen, tried to throw out Sepulveda at first, and just a bad throw. That's going to help score 2 runs. 1-1. That ball will be hit high in right field. It's caught. Tag up attempt. The throw. It is going to not get to the catcher. It takes a bounce in front of him. Had he had caught it, probably could have got Sepulveda, but another run scores.
5 in the first, just like yesterday. I mean, it's just
as DT gets the sac fly. That'll be the second out now. So scoring,
For the Hoppers, second base number 3, Sam Perkins.
Martin and Rager both off that error by Kalen. 5-0 now the score. And Sam Perkins will come over to the plate. Umpire is going to go, I believe, talk with the coach for Fulton. Not exactly sure what the coach is discussing. Bases cleared here. 5-0 the score against Sam Perkins at the plate. Just the start you could ask for the Hoppers here.
And just like yesterday, I hope that they can score like this consistently every inning. I mean, if you produce offense like this.
And there's an outside fastball for a strike, and not having to do too much. Just be disciplined. Yeah, you look at 2 hits and 5 runs.
It's like just like you said, you just got to do your job and be disciplined at the plate.
Back-to-back strikes here, though. There's Landers looking more confident on the mound. So no 2 count with 2 outs. Again, 5-0 the score. Pitch there, a slider outside, make it the first ball in the count. 1-2. We've reached the 8th batter in the lineup in Perkins here. In the bottom of the first. That ball will be hit high, going towards foul territory, right next to the dugout, and it actually lands next to the dugout. I'm not exactly sure. The bricks over there by the dugout and where the fans like to rest their feet, sitting outside the screen. That area is where the ball hit. So couldn't quite get to the ball. That's going to keep the count the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that ball will be chopped over to short. It'll be a tough throw. And not getting there is the throw. Sam Perkins gets an infield single. Uses the speed to beat the throw there. And now Braden Pingle is at the plate. A right-handed batter. Now all Hoppers have seen the plate here in the first inning. 2 outs. 5-0, Hoptown leads. 1-0 count. There is a strike there, a bit low in the zone. So a 1-1 count with, again, 2 outs.
I believe Armour's over there throwing in the bullpen.
As that pitch goes high and outside, I mean, yeah, why not?
Keep your arm loose. You've been sitting for a while. It is hot, though, so hopefully he doesn't get too hot.
That's true. 2-1 count is playing some baseball in the 90s. Not talking the decade, as that's going to be a foul ball going out near right field, trying to track it down. And making the catch there to leave the first baseman, Charlie Furbit, and that's going to do it. As, again, all batters see the plate here. And the first, there was 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base, and 5 runs scored. Looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. 5-0 again is the score. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have second inning baseball here from Tiger Field on 95.3 The Farm. You're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
A career to the max awaits. Max Arnold & Sons bulk plant locations are looking to hire tank wagon drivers in Madisonville, Kentucky. Requires CDL, Class B and hazardous materials endorsement, home daily, along with health insurance, paid time off, dental, vision, 401k matching, life insurance, referral program, and tuition reimbursement. Starting salary is $40,000, a year base with overtime, above 40 hours being paid time and time and a half. Learn more at careerstothemax.net.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things. like remembering if you're on the third or fourth level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you. This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
5-0. That's the score here. In the top of the second inning, you look at the Hoppers to go 1-2-3 on defense against the Railroaders in the top of the first, and then see all 9 of your batters touch the plate in the bottom of the first. You couldn't ask for a better start here for the Hoppers, up 5-0 against the Fulton Railroaders. Peyton Armour pitching for Hoptown, and Charlie Furbett is going to start things off here at the plate, as a first pitch will be a slider. Gets across the middle, and that'll be an 0-1 count. That second pitch goes outside of ball one here. We've started to store our water here up in the press box and deep freezer, as that ball will be smoked out to right field, deep right field. It'll be at least 2, and actually taking a minute to pick up the ball there is Rager, but staying at second is Furbett, and he gets a double in the first hit for the Railroaders. But as I was saying, that's some water now in the deep fridge, and it helps keep the water cold, freezes it a little bit sometimes. Honestly, no complaints as warm as it's been, but accidentally left it open just a few moments ago, and Mr. Colley pointed it out, but he wasn't complaining. It kind of helps cool it down in here, but
yeah, he was letting all the cold out of my waters, you know.
No, I got to keep the water cold. I'm sorry, man. Runner at second here with no outs. Cole Sims is now at the plate for Fulton. Cole Sims goes to Frontier Community College. 5-0 again is the score. The Hoppers lead. And now a runner at second in Furbett. First pitch, strike one.
That movement, you can see it from so much better up here.
A 1 count. And inside pitch is swung on a broken bat, almost hits Armour there. And make it now 1 out. Getting over to third is Furbett.
Jeez.
And that's something you collect there.
Yeah, Armour.
So,
did you see Armour jump?
Oh, yeah.
He did a little jump on the mound there.
For him.
Shoo-wee.
Second baseman number 28, Jonathan Walsh.
I don't think I've seen that happen yet this year. Not one that's flown back at the pitcher.
Yeah, not that hard.
I've seen quite a few broken bats, but not like that.
5-0 to score. Runner at third now with 1 out. First pitch, a slider, maybe too low. Gets called ball. Looks good.
Did.
So a 1-0 count. And there's a pitch. High and outside, strike one. One count with a runner at third. Check swing. And first base ump says he went. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, I'm all for the Hoppers.
Keep it real.
But I don't know about that one. It was awfully close. Personally, I didn't think he went, but we'll take it.
A swing and a miss. And clearly went there. That's strike number 3 and out number 2.
I will tell you, though, whenever I played and that would happen, yeah, that just kind of made my not ruin, but made my hold it back kind of worse, you know. When you get called for something you don't think you go on, it just messes with your head, so, yeah.
And first pitch, just a bit high and outside. Make it ball 1 to start for Garrett Taylor, who's at the plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 count. Hopper's trying to keep that runner over at third, and Furbit. Slider there goes outside, as Sepulveda did his best attempt to frame that one.
Yeah, it was a little too far.
2-1 count. There's a strike called. I know you did a lot in baseball. Did you ever get out to do some catching?
Yes. I used to be a backup catcher a long time ago. I didn't do it, in high school much.
2-2 count. And there's a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. And the Hoppers are able to keep that runner at third, as there was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored. We'll head over to the bottom of the second inning, looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 5-0 is the score. Hoppers lead. We're back with more OVL baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this.
ups and downs.
Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And we're back here at Tiger Field again. 5-0 is the score, and pitching again for the Hoppers is Peyton Armour. 5-0 Hoppers lead. Nick Kalin is now at the plate for the Railroaders, and first pitch is going to be a 1-0 count to start. Excuse me, 0-1 count. It was a strike. And that ball will be a hard grounder over to third. Keebler gets it, makes the throw quickly for out number 1.
I'm glad to see he's just as consistent from third as he is from short. I mean, just automatic with that throw.
Cade Spalding will now step into the box. He goes to Jackson State Community College. Spalding, the shortstop for the Railroaders. One out on the board. First pitch swing. It's going to go high into right field, right into the glove of Preston Rager. And now quickly, 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup for Fulton, Jake Vitale will step into the plate. He had that first pitch swing to start off the game that went straight into the glove of Armour. There was a grounder into the glove. He ended up making the toss. 2 outs here. And a first pitch swing here. That ball will be hit high in right field. And it is, did it bounce?
Yeah, I think it did. Ground rule double.
So ground rule double. Couldn't see from my angle, but I thought it might have went there.
I thought Rager almost had it. He was close on it.
Big hit there by Vitale. And he hits the ground rule double.
Batting for Fulton, the DH, number 11, Mason Cook.
In Fulton, that one would have been gone. It would have been way out.
2 outs. A runner at second now for Fulton. Pitch there goes outside. That'll be a 1-0 count now. Mason Cook again at the plate for Fulton. And there's a strike. Outside fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. The dimensions for the field at Lojas Field where Fulton plays. Left field's 352 feet. Left center 351, center 361, right center 340, and right 215. 1-1 count here. And that'll be an inside pitch that's swung on, chopped, and goes foul.
Wow.
By first base.
215 feet to right field. If you don't know, that's about what you played on in 10, 11U, 12U.
1-2 count. Interesting field. I've never been, but the stories I hear about it, the pictures that I've seen, it does look pretty crazy.
It is probably the craziest field I've ever seen.
1-2 count. That ball will be hit high and goes over the head of Perkins at second. And rounding, coming from second, that's going to be a run scored as Jake Vitale was getting it coming from second. He turned on the Jets there, and I mean, as he rounded third, really showed off the speed there and beats the throw. And that'll be a run scored and an RBI single for Mason Cook. Don't have the exact dimensions here at Tiger Field. I'm going to have to maybe talk with Coach Leach or maybe Mr. Greg Perry. He might know specifically, but I'm going to have to see if I can get a write-up of kind of like what I see here for Aloha's Field to know the exact 1-0 count. Pitch there, a throw over to first, and safe is Mason Cook.
You know, there for a minute I thought it was going to be real close.
So now a 2-0 count, and it looks pretty close, but having to make that kind of turn was Martin, so a tough tag for him. Check swing, and a strike there. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one count. Getting 2 outs, 5-1 the score. Hoppers lead it. And that will be a foul ball that goes behind the bleachers. So now a 2-2 count. And we are here in the top of the third on Tiger Field. 2-2. Swung on and missed. And a strikeout there will conclude things here in the top of the third. There were 2 hits, 1 left on base. 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and 1 run scored. As 5-1 is the score, Hoppers lead it, headed to the bottom of the third. Looking at our And we did it two different ways. We talked about someone who kind of helped with the foundation of this field, Mr. Greg Perry. And also, we did some, Google Earth, Google Maps? And
Google Earth and measured.
Did some measuring there. So talk to me about, we'll get into that here in a few moments. But starting things off for the Railroaders at the plate, Charlie Furbett. He had the double and his one and only at bat in the second inning. First pitch there goes outside, ball one. One 1-0 count. Pitch goes outside, and just heard that we also reached out to someone else, and we got some different numbers.
Well, we may try. This may be a mystery field. The Google Earth is where I think that's where it's coming from. I got 300 down left and right.
A pretty slider there from Furbett. That'll be the first strike in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Again, Armour pitching to Furbett. And a swing and a miss on a ball that gets actually behind the catcher, Sepulveda. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count. Again, just starting things here in the top of the 4th. Two pitch. That's a high chopper and a nice grab there at short by Grant Snyder. Perfectly timed there.
It almost bounced out of his glove. It was perfect.
And you can add that to the highlight tape. 1 out. Cole Sims, will now come over to the plate. As 5-1. Again, is the score. First pitch is going to be a ball. A 1-0 count.
Also a bunt attempt.
Pitch there goes way outside, so make it 2-0. And so we've got a couple of, as far as our field dimensions, we'll go ahead and wait. And when our transition is of our innings, we're going to break this down for the listeners here. But a 2-0 count here with 1 out to Cole Sims. Now make it 3 straight balls for a 3-0 count to Cole Sims. Cole
Slim, I like it. I think I may make that. That might be my new nickname, Cole Slim.
I think that's what's messing me up with Cole Sloan next to me. But Cole Sims is going to be walked after that pitch there that once again goes outside. So now Jonathan Walsh will step to the plate. He struck out in his 1 and only at bat in the second inning. And again, 5-1 is the score. Hoppers lead it here in the top of the 4th inning. Runner at first now for Fulton, again with 1 out. And Jonathan Walsh at the plate. First pitch is swung on and hits the mask of Sepulveda, the catcher.
I think Armour just needed a reset. That walk was just, as his one, he just needed that reset here in the middle of the game.
First walk of the game here.
Yep.
3 1/3 pitched. And just a casual pickoff attempt there over at first. 0-1 count. And Jonathan Walsh at the plate. And there is a run over to second, but a bunt attempt goes foul behind home plate, so Sims will come back over to first. So an 0-2 count now to Walsh. Went for the bunt there.
A bunt and runs. Kind of a crazy scenario here, down 5-1. Not sure if there was a little
swing and a miss, inside fastball, and make that now 2 outs. With again still that runner at first. It's now 4 strikeouts for Armour on the mound. As another pickoff attempt there, ball actually getting the ground and doesn't get too far. Stays around that foul line on first base. 2 outs on the board. And again, a runner at first. Another pickoff attempt. So still waiting for the first pitch here to Garrett Taylor. And that ball is going to be hit hard, high in left field, and it's caught in the glove there for out number 3. Base and no runs scored. And we're going to break this down here. As looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 5-1. The Hoppers lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, but we'll stay here for a minute and kind of break down what we have here as far as the field dimensions. We were talking about Fulton and how interesting their field was. And a couple of numbers we have is we appreciate Mr. Greg Perry and Mr. Blake Leach, all known for Hopkinsville baseball and what they've done here. And so kind of asked them as we figured they would know, and they got some different numbers for them. So we'll go with Greg Perry's numbers first. He says
also,
left field.
Also, I have my different numbers.
We also have some Google Earth numbers.
Which, those may be the most accurate.
As left field, for Greg, he says left is 290, left center 410, center 350, and right field's about 290 to 300. Mr. Leach says right field and left field are both 310. Left center is 375, center 385, and right center 355. Got a guess also from Mr. Jeff Sisk. He said 310 down the lines and 400 centers. Now that's a pretty good guess based on the numbers we have.
So
what did you get?
I had 300 down the lines and I had 395 in center. So it's all right around the same thing. I think they're, we got a common area of numbers.
Just about right. Just about all of them are kind of on the same page. Appreciate all those that helped out and reached out to us to help us with that, though. Again, 5-1 is the score. And if that's just a guess, Jeff, then it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's heard that before, maybe. First pitch is going to be grounded over towards third. And that'll be a foul ball. DT Sir is at the plate for Hoptown as we've transitioned now here to the bottom of the 4th. Inside pitch, strike 2. Nice fastball there. And the inner corner. So now an 0-2 count. Again, 5-1. The Hoppers lead it here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball there will go behind the dugout near right field. Oh, 0-2 count. Pitch there will go in the dirt. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch swung on and missed as Sir will strike out, and that's the first out on the board. Forgive me, listeners, as not broken down the uniforms. Hoppers, they're wearing their white on white jerseys, white pants, and red lettering on those jerseys with the pink hats.
Yep, pink hats.
For Breast Cancer Awareness Night. 1 out on the board. First pitch is going to be a hit out to center field there by Sam Perkins. Make him 2 for 2 on the day. with his second hit. As
it's a perfect hit.
Yeah, I mean, just
you
right
put
out
it
the
right
center.
back where it came from, you know. That's what we always got taught.
For Fulton, they're wearing their brown jerseys with orange lettering and their gray pants with brown hats and an orange brim. Interesting colors. I mean, kind of, I guess, Cleveland Browns-esque. But I don't see too many teams sport the brown and orange. First pitch. Fastball making it an 0-1 count to Braden Pingle, who's now at the plate for Hoptown. There's a hard foul ball that goes above the dugout near first base. It's quickly an 0-2 count here. Still that runner at first, and Perkins, and he'll quickly go over to first on a pickoff attempt. He was still in kind of his transition of just kind of shuffling to the right. All right, before that throw was made. 0-2 count with one out to Pingle. And that ball will be hit out in left field, and it'll actually get out deep in left field. And making the run is Perkins. And the throw is made, and scoring is Perkins, the shortstop there. He kind of was nonchalant. I don't think he was expecting Perkins to round.
I don't think the catcher, I think if the catcher would have been down and ready anyways, I think the throw still would have made it.
Spalding kind of caught it and kind of turns like, oh, snap, like he's actually going and make the throw.
I mean, the same with the catcher. He was just kind of like, you know, and just, we'll take it. We will take it.
Hustle proves to be successful there for the Hoppers as Keebler gets a double. Pingle gets a double. Keebler's now stepping to the plate and scoring with Sam Perkins all the way from first. 6-1 now the score. And John Keebler now at the plate with the runner at second and one out. Curveball there, high and inside for ball one. As the ball there, kind of the left fielder, Vitale, he ran forward and it just got right past him. Center fielder did his best job to go run forward as that pitch will be hit over to second, or shortstop, and now over at third is Pingle. He's going to try to get out of this jam, and he slides and he's tagged out eventually at third. He went for third and was about to go, and then he kind of quickly tried to go back to second as the shortstop was trying to make the out over at third. And Keebler is going to reach off of a fielder's choice, but again, out coming from second is Pingle. So now two outs, a runner at first. Again, 6-1 the score. Pitch goes outside for a 1-0 count. Grant Snyder at the plate now for Hoptown. And that will be a ball hit high in the infield towards the shortstop. And it's caught there by Spalding for out number 3. organizations. I'm sure they kind of like getting the wins over each other, so Hoppers are going to try to return a favor from their last game and their loss just this past Tuesday. 2 balls and 2 strikes after an outside slider. So a 2-2 count with no outs and a runner at first for the Railroaders. And 6-1, Hoppers lead it here in the top of the 5th. And pick-off attempt. And back in time is Kalen. And a 2-2 count. And that ball will be hit high in the infield. Perkins gets under it and gets the first out. Kalen just a few steps away from the bag. And I always like those fake plays. I don't know, you probably don't want to see that from the Hoppers here in this ball game, but when they let it drop and
you talk about that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the fake catch and then catch it where it makes it them. Have you ever seen that? You ever seen it? Happen to see that? So, no, I didn't. Actually, yes, I did. I did. But I think it was. Well,
is the first pitch there? It's going to be a hit out to center field, and it drops in front of Pingle, and that'll be a hit there to advance Kalen to second. And Spalding reaches first.
I think it was 2 years ago in the Kentucky State Championship. It was Trinity versus McCracken. And Dalen Lyle was his name. He was a center fielder for Trinity. He did it. He went up and he got the dude from McCracken to lead off a second on a fly ball to center.
First pitch outside, ball 1. Mason Cook's at the plate, and Spalding was the one who was out on the pop fly. And now Vitale was the one who just got that hit. So 1 out. And runners at first and second for Fulton. Slider there will get past Sepulveda, and runners will advance to second and third. 2-0 count.
And anyways, the ball was in the air flying just like that line drive was, and he came up and acted like he was going to catch it, and of course he wasn't even close to the ball, but the runner from McCracken waited at second to give him enough time because he thought he was going to catch it, and he caught it and threw him out at third. It was the best defensive play I think I've ever seen in my life.
2-0 count. And pitch there will be called strike. To make it 2 balls and 1 strike now with 1 out, and runners at second and third here for Fulton. Swing and a miss. That makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count with 1 out. Again here in the top of the 5th. Runners at second and third for Fulton. 6-1, the Hoppers lead it. Peyton Armour pitching for Hoptown. And that one goes in the dirt. We have a full count here. And based on my book, I think this is the first full count for Armour on the mound.
Wow, that's insanely impressive.
And that will be a strikeout. Looking, jumping up there and talking a bit is Mason Cook, the DH. Umpire just looks at him.
I don't know. I thought it looked pretty good from up here. It looked like it was just right over the plate, but it looked like the perfect height and the perfect place. So
2 outs. Now Garner Anderson is at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out in his last at bat. First pitch, check swing. Thought he went. First base umpire says no.
See, I didn't think he went. I didn't think he went. So
1-0 count. Again, runners at second and third for Fulton. Hoptown trying to do what they did earlier in this ball game and leave one on base in scoring position. Leave two now on base in scoring position they would be doing here. A 1-0 count to Anderson. And that slider is going to be hit high, going towards deep left field, and it's caught there for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the top of the 5th. There were 2 hits. There were no errors. 2 left on base and no runs scored. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville, 6-1. The Hoppers lead it. We'll have bottom of the 5th inning baseball coming up. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
A career to the max awaits.
And a lefty for the Hoppers. Still pitching is Mitt Landers. First pitch, hard grounder, fouled down the first base line. So an 0-1 count. And here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. 0 for 2 is F-Tink on the evening. Pitch there low for the first ball in the count. 2 balls in the air. He had a pop fly to the shortstop and a fly ball to left field. And it's 2 outs. 1-2 count here. And this time it'll be a swing and a miss for a strikeout. And out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Max Martin now at the plate. 0 for 1. He was walked in one of the runs that scored in this ball game and had a fly ball out to center. First pitch, fastball outside. That'll be 0-1 to start. And a pitch there. Going to be outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
I believe all major sports have ended now, right? Basketball, football, and baseball are now over. Well, no. Baseball, well, Major League's still going on. College.
Yeah, I think college, where they're done for it. Where they run their track,
college is
their
over.
Baseball, their soccer, and all of that.
Now Summer Olympics be next.
That'll be a grounder over to the shortstop. The throw is made, and it's there for out number 2. Yep. Olympics starting in, I believe, August.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was you that mentioned it, I believe, on one of our broadcasts before, but I'm not a big Olympics fan, but you said you were.
I enjoy tuning in and staying with it. I'll probably watch it more than I probably have in the past.
Favorite tennis? Like to watch the tennis? Yeah.
I've never been. I'm kind of new to tennis as far as a fan, and kind of look forward to it. It seems like it's kind of a big deal as far as the tennis world, as that ball is going to be hit high and left field and fouled over near the left field fence. Preston Rager's at the plate. 0-1 count. And then, of course, basketball. That's always something fun to watch. Just don't necessarily I'm a fan of blowout games, but that'll be a strike call. I don't know if you've seen it. Team Canada, they've got a pretty good roster. A couple of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, R.J. Barrett. They've got Dylan Brooks. They've got some guys on that roster.
May take down the U.S. team, huh?
Nah, I don't count that. At least I don't want that to happen. That'll be a hard grounder over to short, and bounces a
play.
Did it bounce twice on the way to first?
I don't think it just
it was a throw there is made. And that'll be out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Hoppers at the plate. There were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. As we now head over to the top of the 6th inning, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. 6-1, the Hoppers lead it. And we'll be back with more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this. Also, again, a reminder, I know I probably don't say it enough. You can also listen on 95.3thefarm.com. So if you don't have to be using a specific radio or in your car just to listen, you can tune in. We've gotten to the times now where you can do that. But again, phone, tablet, computer, whatever you've got to get online, you can go to 95.3 The Farm and listen to us that way. And also the Hoptown Hoppers broadcast. As first pitch is going to be a ball. Looks good from here, but a 1-0 count to start. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. Charlie Furbitz at the plate. And still pitching is Armour. Second pitch fouled, hits the top of the screen behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike, but can see a visual for the Hoptown Hoppers broadcast on YouTube. And that's the Hoptown Hoppers. Also their Facebook as well. You can watch it through there. 1-1 count. There's a slider for the second strike in the count. 1-2 count. In Furbit at the plate here. That ball will be a hard grounder over to second. Perkins gets it, makes the throw, and that's it. And that'll be the first out. And now Cole Sims will come to the plate. Again, 6-1 is the score. And 1 out on the board. Pitch there is just a bit too low. So make it a 1-0 count.
I don't know where that missed.
A couple of close ones for sure, but you know what? I actually think we've seen some pretty good calls tonight.
Yeah,
Been
it's been better than other nights for sure.
2-0 count. Pitch there, called strike, a bit delayed call there, but it was a high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. And that ball's going to be chopped high. Perkins gets to it, makes the throw, and it is not in time there. And that will be an infield single for Cole Sims, his first hit of the day. Perkins did a good job of getting to that one, with Sims also being a quicker base runner. Just couldn't make the play there.
And he's lefty out the box, so he already has that advantage going to first. So.
Jonathan Walsh now at the plate. Slider low for ball 1. Down in the middle, but just a bit too low. So 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out. Runners going to second. That ball will be chopped, and the throw is made for the second out. And going over to second is Sims.
Third base number 27, Garrett Taylor.
And so at second is Sims, and Walsh is out. Garrett Taylor now at the plate for Fulton. 2 outs again here in the top of the 6th. Hoptown leads it 6-1. Slider is called ball.
You know, we're starting to see that zone change a little bit, it looks like.
1-0 count. It was in that kind of inside area. I think all 3 of us up here thought it looked good. Our angle's different. 1-0 count. That'll be a hard ball hit. And getting up there is Sam Perkins, as I thought it was going to get straight into the glove, but kind of bounced, and I think you can even see the coach there kind of clapping, as the coach for Fulton. That was just a good play there by Perkins, as that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. There was 1 hit for Fulton, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored. Now head over to the bottom of the 6th. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 6-1, the Hoppers lead it. And we'll have some more Hopper baseball coming up, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
You can count on ProLift to get you through the ups and downs of your garage door.
Hi, I'm Brandon Killebrew, owner of ProLift Garage Doors. Give us a call at 270-874-1110 for all of your garage door needs in Hopkinsville and surrounding communities. You can count on ProLift for quality services that include garage door repair, maintenance, and new door installation. So remember to call us, ProLift Garage Doors of Western Kentucky, at 270-874-1110. We offer garage door repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
If bone or joint problems interfere with your quality of life, you can count on Jenny Stewart Orthopedics to get you back in motion. Our 4 outstanding surgeons share a passion for providing quality medical care and superior outcomes for their patients. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org to schedule an appointment.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Jamar Perkins here, joined by Cole Sloan. 6-1. The Hoppers lead it here from Tiger Field over the Fulton Railroaders. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Esteban Sepulveda is at the plate. Inside pitch there is called ball. Kind of similar to that pitch we just saw a few moments ago. Looked good from here, but again, you're kind of glad it's going both ways. 1-0 count. That ball will be hit hard, and it is going to bounce off the fence there at second. The throw is actually going to be close, and reaching second is Sepulveda.
That's a good call. He was safe. Close, though.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
Great
it was.
place to get that ball in.
Heck of a throw out there. Who's in left field?
Left field, that is Jake Vitale,
Will be the designated
leadoff hitter.
Number 22, UT Sir.
Sepulveda, which you say got a triple yesterday, gets a double here tonight for his first hit of the day. And now DT Sir is at the plate. 0 for 2 in the evening. He did have a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Struck out in his last at bat. And one of the newer hoppers on the team. First pitch, that ball will be hit out to left center. It's caught. And that'll be out number 1.
Batting second base number 3, Sam Perkins.
1 out, Sam Perkins. Now at the plate. He had a base hit. And both of his at-bats now, he's 2 for 2 on the evening. A check swing there. That ball will be fouled and hits off the backstop and in the air, straight behind center field. Excuse me, home plate. 0-1 count. And Perkins at the plate with a runner at second here. Dancing a bit over there is Sepulveda. Swing and a miss there. That makes it 0-2 now the count. One out, 0-2 count for Sam Perkins for the Hoppers. A run over to third. That ball is going to be grounded over to second. And out is Perkins, but reaching third is Sepulveda. Thankfully, that ball was hit just short enough.
That could have been bad very quick.
It landed just in front of the second baseman there. So now Braden Pingle will come over to the plate for Hoptown. Pingle had a double in his last at bat. And now a runner at third for Hoptown. Has a chance to get himself an RBI. He had an RBI in his last at bat. That was the one where Sam Perkins came all the way from first. 1-0 count. And that ball is going to be hit high out in center. And it is caught for the third out. That's going to do it for the 6th inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored. As we look over at our U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, 6-1, the Hoppers lead it. We'll have 7th inning baseball here from Tiger Field right here on 95.3 The Farm. Fulton. I'm like 85% sure that they could possibly be twin brothers.
I thought we looked it up last time.
They have the same last name.
One's Ed, one's Edward.
One is
Ed and Edward. Yeah.
So it makes me wonder.
There's got to be a third one.
Is Ed short for one? Because, I mean, obviously...
Well, I was thinking there's got to be three. Ed, and Eddie, you know.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
They look just alike, too, don't they? Same height almost and everything.
They have to be cousins at best, but I think brothers, and I think all the way to twins. I have to confirm that. Go over to the dugout. That'll be a foul ball hit over and caught by Max Martin at first. And so a first pitch out there. And it's Ed and Eddie. Those are the names. And Cornell is the last name. And, I mean, it obviously has to be some relation there. But like I said, I think twins. I have to ask and get
you will. You had
confirmation.
You went to go down there and figure that one out.
They'll be back here eventually. Slider, low and inside. So an 0-1 count. And that ball will be hit short and actually will land in the infield. And trying to pick it up quickly was Armour. He tripped up and fell to the ground. That was kind of one of those rare kind of hits there.
Hope he's not hurt.
Looks like he took a pretty decent roll.
Yeah, he looks to be all right.
Yeah, it does seem to be okay. So one out here. And Cade Spalding reaches first on an infield single. Again, one out, runner at first. Jake Batali is now at the plate, the lefty for Fulton. First pitch inside, swung on. It's going to go foul. And a one-handed grab by somebody over there in the bullpen.
Was it the one catching right there?
Nah, I don't think it was number 18 over there. It was somebody next to him, I believe. I can't. The dugout's in my way.
Yeah, I can't see. I was going to say I'll pull out the binoculars, but can't even see that side, so.
But, yeah, nice one-handed. Almost similar to the man at Paducah, right?
Mm-hmm.
0-1 count. There's a pitch going outside. The first man from Paducah, not the second.
Yeah, the second one just ran.
0-2 count to Vitale after that strike. Again, a runner at first with one out.
Would love to see a ground ball double play here, or a line drive double play, either way.
And time's going to be called. Wiping off the sweat there is Vitale.
And that shows you how hot it is, even at this time with the sun down.
Definitely a warm day here at Tiger Field. And a swing and a miss, or actually fouled into the glove. Strike number 3 there. So Vitale will be retired. Now that's 2 outs, and Mason Cook will come to the plate. He's 1-for-3 on the evening. Struck out looking in his last at bat. Did have a base hit in the 3rd inning. 6-1 again the score. Hoppers lead it. Runner at first for Fulton. Inside, strike 1.
He does like that inside corner, doesn't he? He's called that consistently both sides all game.
Yeah, that's to the lefty right there as well. And doing a good job at it is the righty pitcher, Peyton Armour. That ball will be chopped, and it will be played fair. No. Umpire says no. I think Martin, he was trying to keep that fair because he knew he could easily get the out, but umpire threw his hands up. Martin kind of turned like confused.
I'm wondering if Coach Brissenden will come out and talk about that one.
He's over there, has his hands on his hips, talking with some of the players. But yeah, no, don't think he is.
Well,
0-2 count though after that foul ball. Good job there, a heads-up play by Martin to be able to get to that, though. Pitch there high and outside. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. An attendance tonight for the fans here at Tiger Field, 208 here tonight at the ballpark. And a 1-2 count. And that ball is going to be hit high out in right field. And it's going to be a home run there out in right field. As ball was hit high out in right field, and I'll call him out a little bit. Mr. Colley, our PA announcer, was saying out loud as that ball didn't look like it was going to go too far. He was saying that's a home run in Fulton, and it was a home run here at Tiger Field. Just got behind that fence,
See, if that was at Fulton, that may have been the longest home run you've ever seen hit. That's the difference.
That is true, as just gets behind the fence. And I know Fulton might like that, though. Specifically Mason Cook to say, hey, I did it at both. I can do it at both.
Hey, there you go.
2-run shot there makes it now 6-3. That's the score. And you look at it now, I was kind of curious what was going to happen after that. Was almost just a third out. Max Martin's play at first called a foul ball. Now 2-run score because of that.
It's crazy.
And that'll be a first pitch swing. That ball hit high out to right center, and Braden Pingle gets under it for out number 3.
All right, fans, on your feet. You know
So here in the top of the 7th, we saw 2 hits, no errors, none left on base, and 2 runs scored here in the top of the 7th. And looking at our scoreboard, 6-3 is the score looking at our Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. And it's now time for our 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit them today on Fort Campbell Boulevard and download the Chick-fil-A app for online ordering. I know a nice peach milkshake sounds good. Get it tonight because you won't be able to get it tomorrow. But again, our 7th inning stretch here. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more OVL baseball, brought to you also by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores with their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
Southern States Petroleum has all of your fuel needs covered. Come see us at 5475 Canton Pike, just off Eagle Way Bypass in Hopkinsville. We feature a 24-hour pay-at-the-pumps fueling system, offer on-farm deliveries of fuels, and have propane gas for your home, business, and grilling needs. Be sure to stop by and check out how we can meet your home heating needs with our selection of fireplace systems, gas logs, and heaters. Remember, it's Southern States Petroleum on Canton Pike in Hopkinsville for all of your fuel needs.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And we're back here as 6-3 is the score. And the Hoppers lead it and do have some changes here for Fulton.
Gary Baker, and the catcher is a little trouble.
It's going to be Gary Baker pitching now for Fulton. And playing catcher, new player in. Hit by a pitch on the first pitch there, though, is John Keeler in the back. So a little advance here in the bottom of the 7th. And again, so it's
shortstop Brandon Snyder.
Logan Crowley. He's the new catcher for Fulton. Gary Baker, the new pitcher. Righty pitcher for Fulton. So runner at first after Keebler was hit by a pitch. Bunt shown, taken away there on a low outside pitch. So a 1-0 count. And pitch there. is going to be called ball. So 2-0 now the count. Again, Grant Snyder at the plate for the Hoppers. Inside pitch and just missing Grant Snyder there. I thought it did too. Maybe it got part of the jersey at least.
Well, if it got jersey, he should have been on first then. I think I did though. I agree with you.
3-0 count. That pitch is in the dirt. Ball 4.
The umpire missed that one for sure.
So maybe normally, if you're the batter, I believe you kind of say something as well. I don't know if Snyder even said something. He might not have felt it. I don't know.
But I figured that one was pretty obvious. I mean, he was jumping out of the way of it. So.
And pitching coach, Coach Cornell. I say Cornell, I believe. It just has one L. He'll approach the mound. Runners at first and second here for the Hoppers. Another chance to do some damage. You just saw 2 runs get put up by Fulton in the top of this frame. So to be able to answer would be huge for the Hoppers here. Now just up 3 runs, 6-3. And here in the bottom of the 7th. Braden F. Tink is at the plate. 0 for 3 on the evening. Looking to get his first hit of the night. Again, 6-3 the score. And the catcher for Fulton's not on the field. Not exactly sure what's happening right now as the umpire is kind of going to go over towards the dugout. We saw a meeting between the coach, the pitcher, and the catcher, but the catcher maybe changing some equipment out. But back on the field now, and just shaking the hand there is the catcher. So is this a new catcher for Fulton?
Yes.
Number, it is. I can't read that. Like 8 or
it is 8.
Yep, so yeah, new catcher. Wait and see that.
Well, I think Fulton's catcher got hurt. So
and that's Dom Maldette. Dom Maldette. Is now the catcher. So no more Logan Crowley, Dom Maldette. And so now look at a chance to practice some pitches. Now I'm kind of curious what went down right there. We saw the meeting and I don't know, is it sign difference or what the case was there? Maybe, but new catcher.
Like I said, I think he was hurt.
Yeah,
because the trainer for Hoptown, I'm not sure what his name is, but I don't have a clue. Sorry, but he walked across the field. So.
Okay, I didn't notice that. So probably is what happened. There's a strike there on the low outside corner again. Here's the situation. Runners at first and second with 1 out. A 6-3 lead here for Hoptown at the plate. 0-1 count to Braden F. Tink. And second pitch there, low and inside. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And appreciate you all listening, whether that's on 95.3 The Farm or our Hoptown Hoppers YouTube broadcast. We definitely appreciate it. 1-1 count. That ball will be chopped and is going to be played fair. And that'll be the first out. Runners advance to second and third.
I don't think Hoppers fans like that one.
They did not. But you know what? Look at it, and it still helps the Hoppers out a little bit as both runners advance from first to second and third. Keebler at third and Snyder at second. Max Martin now at the plate for Hoptown with one out. First pitch is going to be hit high, going foul near the dugout, caught by the first baseman there. And it's not how you wanted your second out to come by, but that's what happened there. And now 2 outs, runners stay at second and third. Rager 0 for 2 on the evening. A couple of ground balls. Pitch there. Goes inside for strike one. So an 0-1 count with 2 outs. And runners at second and third for Hoptown. Up 6-3. Pitch there goes low and outside for the first ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swing and a miss on a low fastball. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Hopper's still looking to push both of these runs across.
Absolutely.
Especially after that home run from the Railroaders.
1-2 count will bounce on the ground. Nice hands, though, by the catcher, Dom Maldette, as he ended up picking it up with one hand after it bounced. 2-2 count. 2s across the board here with runners at second and third. And pitch there, just a bit low and outside. That'll make it a full count. Good eyes by Rager there. 3-2, 2 outs. Definitely here a hit could score some runs. Pitch there will be outside for ball 4. Hit not needed. And Rager will make it to first. And another one of those pitches that were kind of close. Yeah. Kind of surprised that
definitely
Rager let that one go. Yeah,
almost the same spot.
I don't think I would have been quite upset if that was called strike 3, to be honest with you, from my perspective. But Sepulveda now at the plate. He had a double. Smacked one out to left field in his last at bat. Now a chance to pick up some RBIs here with 2 outs and bases loaded. Pitch there is going to come and go behind home plate. Sepulveda signals Keebler to come over from third. He does, so run scores there off a wild pitch. And a 1-0 count now. Going over to third is Snyder. At second now is Rager. And again, Keebler just scored. So 7-3 now the score. The 1-0 pitch to Sepulveda. Inside, strike 1.
Still likes that inside corner consistently. I think we talked about earlier in the game.
And pitcher here is Gary Baker for Fulton. This is his first inning. Came in for Mitt Landers. So a 2-1 count. Pitch there is going to go low and outside. So now 3 balls and 1 strike. And runners at second and third for Hoptown. Sepulveda at the plate. 3-1 the count. And there is a pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Sepulveda is walked for his second time in the ball game, and now DT Sir will come to the plate. Sir looking for his first hit of the day, and now a coach is going to come out towards the mound, and looks like he's looking towards the bullpen area. I'm not sure we might see it.
I think that's his second visit in this inning, so he has to pull him out.
And yep, that's going to do it for Gary Baker. So we'll take a break and we'll find out who this new pitcher is. 7-3 is the score. It'll be bases loaded with 2 outs here. Hoppers on top. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more Hopper baseball here after this timeout.
A career to the max awaits. Max Arnold Sons bulk plant locations are looking to hire tank wagon drivers in Madisonville, Kentucky. Require CDL, Class B and hazardous materials endorsement, home daily, along with health insurance, paid time off, dental, vision, 401k matching, life insurance, referral program, and tuition reimbursement. Starting salary is $40,000, a year base with overtime, above 40 hours being paid time and time and a half. Learn more at careerstothemax.net.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And we're back here from Tiger Field. 7-3 the Hoppers lead. A new pitcher is now on the field for Fulton. It is Brock Arender. And Brock Arender pitching now for Fulton. Arender goes to UT Martin. There's a couple of players on UT Martin on the team. And so 7-3 again is the score. And Arender getting a few warm-up pitches in as he comes in for Gary Baker, who had a short time here. Arender, a lefty for Fulton. And so again, we're going to see bases loaded here with DT Sir at the plate for Hoptown. Again, DT talked to him before this ball game, and of course he is from Canada, and he said for him he was actually playing with another team in the league earlier this year, and some things couldn't really work out, and he said he ended up talking to Coach Brisden, who he played for last summer when Coach Brisden was coaching, and he said Coach Brisden said if you could be up here this weekend, it'd be great. So, I mean, that weekend, DT just packed up his things, took a flight out here, and ended up being a Hopper the next day. And so, of course, having the connection with Coach Brisden, first pitch there is called strike, low and inside.
Wonder how hard he's throwing.
I was kind of thinking that when he was warming up. It looked like it was some pretty good pace from the mound. 0-1 count. And that ball's going to be hit high and mid-center. And it's in the glove for out number 3. As I was saying, though, DT, he also grew up playing baseball with Gavin Lake, another Hopper. And he said that Gavin's dad was actually their coach for their travel team growing up. So definitely some connections for DT here on the team. But again, that was the third out. And for the Hoppers, there were no hits. There was no errors. 3 left on base. And 1 run scored for Hoptown. Looking at our scoreboard brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 7-3 is the score. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more Hopper baseball. There's a new pitcher on the mound for Hoptown, so we'll talk about that here in a few moments as well. But 7-3 again is the score. We'll be back with top of the 8th inning baseball after this, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress is your one-stop shop for all your furniture needs. From cozy sofas and chairs to stylish dining sets and bedroom furniture, we offer a wide selection to suit any taste and budget. We're here to help you find the perfect piece to complete your space. Whether you're redecorating or furnishing a new space, come visit us at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress, where you always get the best selection, the best furniture at the best price on the Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Herb Hayes Furniture, always the best.
At Pennywile Electric, empowering you is at the center of all we do. Pennywile Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates. It's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Penny Ryle Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back. 7-3 the score. The Hoppers lead it here in the top of the 8th. A new pitcher for Hoptown, Dalton Sisson. And score confirmation here as Paducah Chiefs played against the Madisonville Miners. They got a win 5-2 tonight. And it seems like lately I've been kind of monitoring those two teams playing against each other. They're at the top of the ranks in the LVL. And they've had some battles these past few weeks as the Chiefs get the win tonight. And 7-3 is the score here from Tiger Field. And Charlie Furbett will be at the plate. Is Furbett the lefty? And
a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, is it? I think maybe some players too close to the outskirts of the dugout. Maybe I think Coach Brisbane is telling some of his players to back up there. Ready to play now. Again, Dalton Sisson is pitching for Hoptown here. First pitch, maybe just a bit too high.
Did you see the umpire there? He jumped up. He wanted to call it, but just held off.
So a 1-0 count. And pitch there, make it 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Make it a 3-0 count here. Again, Dalton Sisson, his first at bat here on the mound. And there's a pitch right down the middle for strike number 1. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Charlie Furbett. 1 for 3 on the evening. He did have a double in his first at bat. And that ball's hit hard, fouled down the right field line. So now from 3-0 to a full count. And there's a ball hit high and right center. And Pingle is able to get underneath it for out number 1. A nice job there by Sisson to work from a 3-0 to a full count and ultimately the first out. Cole Sims will now come to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. 7-3 is the score. Hoptown leads here in the top of the 8th. Pitch there right down the middle. That's strike 1. Inside pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike after that. Dalton Sisson from Bowling Green, Kentucky, goes to Hanover College. Two 1 count. It's nice to see earlier. We talked about a former Hopper and Miggy Villalobos was here this past weekend, and we saw a local, Jacob Dilday. He was actually catching his mom's first pitch here tonight. She threw out the opening pitch. Again, he got to stand behind the plate. After a foul ball there, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He is, from what I heard, he's playing some summer ball out in Georgia. 2-2 count with 1 out. And that's a ball hit high out in short center. Pingle runs up and makes the catch. He's now responsible for 2 of the outs here in this inning. And now Jonathan Walsh will come to the plate. 0 for 3 on the evening. He struck out twice. Now 2 outs. And 7-3. Hoppers lead it here in the top of the 8th. First pitch from Sisson. Breaking ball called strike outside. 0-1 count. And there's a pitch called strike as well. It's the outer part of the plate, so now 0-2 is the count. Fastball hard outside. That'll be the first ball in the count. Make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a curveball is swung on and missed. And that's how you start things when you're coming off out of the bullpen. A 1-2-3 inning for Dalton Sisson. No hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We'll head over to the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-3 is the score, looking at our Car Connection of Hopkinsville's scoreboard. Hoppers lead it. We're back with bottom of the 8th inning baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
A career to the max awaits. Max Arnold & Sons bulk plant locations are looking to hire tank wagon drivers in Madisonville, Kentucky. Requires CDL, Class B and hazardous materials endorsement, home daily, along with health insurance, paid time off, dental, vision, 401k matching, life insurance, referral program, and tuition reimbursement. Starting salary is $40,000, a year base with overtime, above 40 hours being paid time and time and a half. Learn more at careerstothemax.net.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you. This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And here we are. 7-3 is the score. And Hoppers lead it. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. Again, Jamar Perkins joined by Cole Sloan. And at the plate now for the Hoppers is Sam Perkins. He's 2 for 3 on the evening. And there's a foul ball that goes behind home plate. So an 0-1 count. And inside pitch. That makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Hopper's going to try to get some insurance runs here and make this their last at bats in this ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Ball there hit right in the left cheek of the pitcher there.
It's the second time Perkins gone up the middle like that hard.
As that ball is still made, a play is still made. The left cheek on the behind there of the pitcher.
Yeah.
But he's able to make the play after getting hit.
He seems to be okay. It looks like he's smiling out there. I think he's just laughing about it.
1 out. And Braden Pingle.
Still probably didn't feel the greatest, though. I'd have to imagine.
Not at all. I mean, adrenaline. He'll feel it in a couple when he goes to sit down. And strike called there. Pringle was showing for a bunt, but then he took it away. And I'm not sure if it was still there or was it just a strike regardless there, but 0-1 the count. There's a ball hit hard and fouled past the right field fence. So now quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1 out, 0-2 count for Braden Pringle here. And another foul ball goes near the right field area. Count stays the same, 0-2.
Catcher threw his glove off. He threw the ball back to the pitcher, but his glove flew off too. Through both hands.
0-2 count.
It's probably that sweat.
And a swing and a miss. Braden Pringle will strike out for out number 2. A couple of close games in the MLB. As in California, a battle between the Dodgers and the Giants. 6-6 in the bottom of the 7th. And then in Baltimore, currently in the top of the 8th, the Orioles lead it 6-5 over the Texas Rangers.
Did you see the benches clear the other night in that Major League game?
I did not. Between what teams?
I believe it was I want to say the Phillies. The Phillies and maybe the Padres, I think. I want to say. But it was benches cleared. So.
0-1 count to John Keebler on an inside pitch. I feel like I get a notification as that's a strike 2 there on another inside pitch. Notification just about every week about the benches clearing in some MLB game. Yep. Typically not too crazy happens though, but they like to clear
when
those
you play that
benches.
many games and that many different teams, you're going to have some problems.
And inside pitch is swung on, grounder over to second. The throw is made, and it's there for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning here for the Hoppers. In the bottom of the 8th, there were no hits, there were no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. As we're going to head over to the top of the 9th, and it looks like a new pitcher for Hoptown.
Be number 7, Sam Patrick. He will be taking the mound here in the top of the 9th, and we're 3 outs away from a Hoppers win.
And that's the goal here. Again, 7-3, Hoppers lead it. Looking at our Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some 9th inning of baseball and see if the Hoppers can close it here from Tiger Field. We're back after this timeout.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown
in Fulton. First pitch, swing and a miss. So an 0-1 count. Again, here in the top of the ninth, Hoppers lead at 7-3. And Railroaders need at least 4 runs to extend this ball game. And that ball will be hit hard but fouled high out in right field.
That may have the distance.
I think so. Has the distance in Fulton.
Yeah, you're right.
0-2 count.
Definitely right.
And again, the pitch there goes outside, so a 1-2 count. Just one more game left in the month of June. Tomorrow for the Hoppers, as that will be a strike. 3 on a strikeout for Duque. And now I believe Dom Maldette will come over to the plate. 7-3. And now at the plate again is Dom Maldette. 1 out on the board, a 1-0 count. A hard grounder there. It's fielded by Keebler. He'll make the throw there for out number 2.
2 quick ones.
2 quick ones. As I messed up there, I started to write a 6 on my book for Keebler. Forget that he's playing third. Just instinct there. Keebler to first. But no, playing at third base tonight. 2 outs here. 1 more out needed for the ball game. Cade Spalding will hit one high out to left field, and it's in the glove. And that's your ball game. As Braden Eftink makes the grab. And the Hoppers get the win. Again, 7-3. Hoppers get the victory and defeat the Fulton Railroaders. And a nice job as well from Sam Patrick and Dalton Sisson as well. Both some good pitching down the stretch to secure this win. And starting things off was Peyton Armour, who really started things off well for the Hoppers. But 7-3 is the final score. And we'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll get into our post-game show here. But again, 7-3, the Hoppers get the win from Tiger Field. We'll take a timeout. We'll have our post-game show here on 95.3 The Farm.
You can count on ProLift to get you through the ups and downs of your garage door.
Hi, I'm Brandon Killebrew, owner of ProLift Garage Doors. Give us a call at 270-874-1110 for all of your garage door needs in Hopkinsville and surrounding communities. You can count on ProLift for quality services that include garage door repair, maintenance, and new door installation. So remember to call us, ProLift Garage Doors of Western Kentucky, at 270-874-1110. We offer garage door repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Are you suffering from hip or knee arthritis?
24/7 response. They're licensed, insured, and bonded. They're experienced at working with insurance companies. They're professional and courteous. Look them up today at allcleanservices.com.
Putting your world back together. All clean.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here as again a final score 7-3. The Hoptown Hoppers defeat the Fulton Railroaders. And we'll kick it over to Cole for our player of the game.
Yes, the United Southern Bank player of the game for the Hoppers will be number 9, Peyton Armour. He had 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 errors, and 1 walk.
Or 3 earned runs.
3 earned runs, excuse me, and 6 strikeouts.
A nice job there.